deaths of 540 pigs due to the African swine fever disease.
So, I'm sure that the state government is fully aware that cattle rearing and dairy farming is one of the economic opportunities to the people, especially in the rural areas. And if the state government is ready to provide support to the farmers, I'm sure the rural economy in the state will thrive. So in the wake of the disease, many farmers are compelled to close down their farm. And as a matter of fact, we know that beef consuming are still depending on outside supplies, and also the milk production is still in deficit. So, sir, may I know that since the farmer is facing acute problem and it has disturbed their business and even dislocated their business, so may I know whether the government is contemplate to provide compensation to the farmers, sir?
The Honorable Speaker, sir, in my reply, I said there's no compensation for the cattle, but the government is working out for the all the verification assessment, and that for cattle also the government is going to pay the compensation, sir.
So, sir, am I made to believe that the government is going to compensate the loss of the farmer?
Yes.
And my second question, sir, is that whether the government has verified the cause of this disease, sir, and whether the government at present is readily available with the medicine to treat this disease, sir.
So we have the medicines, also we have vaccinated also for the cattle, sir.
So I beg to disagree, because as far as the information available with us, sir, is that till today the farmers has not received any medicine to treat for this disease. So may I get a clear statement from the minister?
This is your third supplementary question?
No, sir, it relates to the same question, sir. Medicine, sir.
See, the government, sir, the Animal and Husbandry Department, they have 4 hospitals which provided medicines and the vaccinations to all the cattle and to the farmers. And also we have 125 dispensaries. And
so no, I want exactly the medicine. Is it the medicine readily available for this specific disease, sir? I don't want the minister to explain about the number of veterinary hospitals. I want exactly the medicine, whether the medicine to treat this disease, lumpy skin disease, is readily available at present or not.
Sir, I've already replied that he said that we have already given medicines to all the farmers.
Your last, next.
No, sir, this is my 3 question only. Sir, coming to the question number 1B, sir, the minister has replied that 16,20,000 compensation was provided to farmers during 2021. So the question that I'm raising is for the current situation, sir, where at present there is a large scale of deaths, of swines across the state. So, and the people, they wonder, because they don't know what is the disease, that their swines are being affected. And once they are affected with this disease, all the swines, they cannot survive and they succumb to the disease, sir. So, any compensation to the current loss of swines by the farmers, sir?
So I've already replied in the question.
So it seems that the minister is not getting what I'm asking. You are replying for 2021. I'm asking for the current, for the present.
That's why I'm saying for current, we are also doing the assessment and verifications. We have given 540 compensation to the pigs now already been given.
So, sir, another question.
This will be your last supplementary, please.
Whether the government has carry out an investigation to know the cause of this disease that swine farmers are facing now. Because I was told by the people that ever since the government distribute piglets that brought from outside before this 2023 election, that their swine start contracting the disease. So whether that is true or not.
So of course we have to depend from the outside the state for the requirements and the demands of the requirement of the states. That is of course sure, sir, because we are not self-sufficient states. We are trying to be our best to be a self-sufficient states. That's why we have to depend from the outside the states, sir.
Yes, Pak Salim, please.
Honorable Speaker, sir, through you, I would like to know, we are talking about the compensations. How do we supposed to downscale the deaths of all the diseases? I would like to ask through you, Mr. Speaker, sir, is there any security system to protect the poultry, piggeries or any livestock? Is there any means of sterilizations or any kind of sanitizations that is there in any of the government farm?
Sir, we have created awareness in the local language, radio, FM, helpline number. Then we are also giving treatment to the affected cattle, vaccination. We have 168 rapid response teams. Also, we have done the disinfection and also sanitizations and also cleaning in the farmers, in the farms.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I am talking about is there any kind of a biosecurity systems within the government farm itself? If it is not there, then how do you supposed to, explain to those farmers who doesn't have the knowledge about any kind of disease that is occurring in their farms? Whether is there any kind of a sterilizations or any kind of a sanitization within the government department itself?
These sanitizations and the cleaning, it has been doing by the government only, sir. We don't depend from people from outside or from the outside states, sir.
No, it's like a bio chamber where all the pigs, all the disease can be, checked into. Is there any kind of a sterilization chamber within the government department? And if it is there, how many numbers of sterilization chambers is there in the department?
We don't have that kind of number, sir. We don't have that kind of the shelter, sir. But we have the hospital and dispensary, sir, to take care for all the livestock, sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir, then in the future, now we are looking at lots of new diseases coming out. Not only the African flu, even new other bio disease that is coming out. So to check that, is there any specialties that is being kept in the department so as to, in the future, the death of any livestock can be stopped at the, at the earliest.
So the suggestion given by the honorable member is noted, sir.
Yes, Pak Walang, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to know from the Honorable Minister, this had affected the farmer so badly in the state, especially in the West Khasil as well. I would like to know whether any awareness program had been done to the farmer so that they get the knowledge of the disease and to prevent.
So I've already replied, sir. We said that already we had given the awareness in the local language, radio and other social forms of the information, sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir, there's so much of loss in the cattle, goats and poultry and the livestock. So I would like to know from the Minister in charge, since you are planning to give the compensation, may I know how many on the list of the current year, how many lists of beneficiaries were collected from the West Khasil?
So for current year, we have not been make the assessment, but we have told you from 2021 we have made assessment and also paid the compensation. For the current year, we are going the verification and assessment, sir.
Yes, Pak Charles, please.
May I know from the Honorable Minister, since a lot of livestock is being imported from outside the state to meet the requirements, are these livestock kept under quarantine for some time so that before they are released to the public, they are free from all diseases? Is the system of quarantine is available in the state or not, sir?
So we have the notified SOP. Already we follow the SOP, and also we have the shelter house to check the health of the animals, the livestock, sir.
Baroni, please.
So may I ask the Honorable Minister, what is the cause of the lumpy skin disease? Has the department found out ways and means to check the cause of this lumpy skin disease?
So this is the viral disease at present. It's like COVID only. The government are taking all steps to ensure that the cause of the disease, sir.
Okay. So that means there are preventive steps taken to ensure that in future this disease doesn't occur?
The disease is not come, so we have all taken the business step to protect the present LSD, sir.
So that means preventive steps have been taken?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Sir, may I ask another question? The minister in the course of his reply has said that compensation will be paid. May I know the number of cattle farmers affected in Malayam constituency because of this LSD? The number of cattle farmers affected, sir, because I think we're all aware, Upper Shillong is one area that produces a lot of milk that is supplied to the Mawyong dairy. So a lot of cattle farmers have been affected because of this, and I know what are the steps being taken to compensate the farmers who have lost their cattle, sir?
So for Malayam constituency, I don't have the record. For the entire state, we have some 9,000 cattle has been affected.
One last more.
Yes, last question.
Speaker Sir, we have already celebrated 50 years of our statehood. But till that, we are still importing the livestock from outside. Is there any program to breed within the state so that we need not have to import? Because we are a small state, and in the meantime, our population is very meager comparing to the other states. It's only 30 lakhs. So when can we expect we stop importing from the other states so as to not to bring any diseases to the state? Any program is there? So we started breeding within our own state.
So we have so many programs, the central scheme we have the state scheme where we promote the individual, the society, the farmer to take up this kind of rearing of the livestock, sir, to make a sufficient state, sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir, any program within the government department itself, so as to once we started breeding within the government premises, then only we can distribute from the government, from the sale itself.
Yeah. Okay, the last question. The question is not related to the principal question, but you may wish to, if you wish, you can answer.
Sure, sir.